Well, everybody go ahead and take a spot on your mat. I do encourage to work on the floor on a mat. It will be a very nice, gentle class today. If you need a bolster or a pillow to sit on to take some stress off of your knees, that's usually very helpful. So get some blankets, take a moment and get yourself settled, okay? So I'm gonna scoot back onto my mat right here. Hopefully you can see me well. Okay, so go ahead wherever you're sitting and rest your hands where they feel comfortable, sometimes on top of your knees or right in your lap, and go ahead and close your eyes. And go ahead and take one nice deep breath, inhaling and exhaling completely. Maybe take a moment to think of all the things you were doing right before class and pay attention to if you were rushed or if you were stressed or if you felt like you had a nice easy afternoon. And then let that go because it's all part of the past and it doesn't need to be here right now. And maybe take a moment now to focus on that little to-do list we always have running in our monkey minds. The grocery list, oh, gotta call this person, and just take one moment and store it away. Say, okay, I know I'm gonna do those things later. And know that you will remember them and then let it go. With leaving our past behind and letting the future drop, we arrive just right here in the present moment. And here you are with your breath. Notice your inhale and notice your exhale. Notice how the inhale feels cool and the exhale is slightly warmed. That's right, you're a catalyst for change right here in this moment. Now scan through your body mentally. Feel every little nook of your body, especially the places that you might have forgotten. In between your toes, the backs of your knees, the thighs, pelvis. Even the armpits or the webbing between your fingers. Picture your whole body. And notice which area of your body you have a harder time visualizing or connecting to. Know that you are this entire body, all of the cells living and breathing together. You are not just your pain, you are not just your headache, you are a whole person. And take one moment and give thanks to a body part, an organ, your mind or your heart or your brain, and give it some gratitude. Your body is working so hard for you all the time. And with that, take a deep breath in. And exhale, sigh it out. Interlace the hands and stretch them out in front of you, rounding through the shoulders. Inhale the arms all the way up overhead. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Interlace again, pushing the hands away, stretching between the shoulder blades, rounding the spine. Inhale all the way up, tall spine, and exhale all the way down. And again, interlace the hands. Maybe do the opposite fingers on top. Push it away as far as you can. Inhale all the way up. Beautiful. Now bring the hands behind your back and make little tents with your fingers and place the fingertips right behind you. Inhale, lift your heart up towards the sky. And now I want you to pay close attention. Don't just drop your head back. I want you to lengthen out through your neck so your neck is strong. Opening up through that heart, spreading the collarbones wide. Good, then exhale, round all the way forward, chin towards your chest. Inhale, back up, big heart. Exhale, rounding forward. Inhale, big heart. Good. Rotations now. So we're going to bring our right hand back towards our hip, and you're going to place the left hand on the inside of that knee. And you're going to encourage a rotation to the right, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center, sliding the hands in opposite directions, using the right hand on the inside of the knee to do a left rotation. And now go at your own pace, inhaling and exhaling for rotations to the left and to the right. And notice what you notice. Maybe the left feels more open or the right feels more open. There's no judgment, it's just observation. Getting to know your body better. That's what yoga is about. It's not about being a pretzel. It's about discovering yourself. Back to center now. We're going to place our right hand down onto the floor, reaching the left arm all the way up and over. Big stretch to the left side body. Good. Now, as you stay here, inhale deeply and reach really for the opposite wall. And notice which lung you're breathing into. Notice how the ribs open up on the top side, right through here. And we're expanding all of that length throughout the spine. Beautiful. Inhale back up, placing the left hand down on the floor and reaching up and over with the right arm now. Deep stretch in throughout the flank, spreading of the ribs and opening up of the lungs. Beautiful. Inhale back up, one more on each side. Bring the hand down, reaching up and over. Inhale over to the left, reaching up and over. Beautiful. Inhale and come back to center. And close your eyes for a moment. We simply did 3 different types of motion of the entire spine. We did flexion extension, we did a rotation, and we did side bending. 3 motions of the entire spine. We need all 3 for optimum health. So once we learn more about how our spine's moving, try and focus on the areas that you feel the least comfortable and where you feel most stuck. That's usually where we need a little bit more motion. So that will be a homework assignment for you. But open your eyes and start to roll the shoulders back. Good. Bring them down to center and drop the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Now you should feel a nice stretch along the upper right shoulder. You can stay here, or if you need more, bring the right hand behind your back. Good, slowly release the hand. And maybe if you need, just help the head back up with your left hand. That can feel pretty good. Now drop the right ear down towards the right shoulder. And you can stay right here. Or if you'd like, Bring the left hand behind the back, dropping the shoulder blade just ever so slightly to intensify that stretch. Beautiful. Slowly release the hand and maybe use your right hand to help the head back up. Wonderful. I want to get into some back muscles right here. They're in the top part of your neck. Now, these stretches are to be done very gently, but what you're going to do is you're going to tuck your chin in. So not down like you're going to agree with somebody. So that's flexion of your upper part of your neck. So you're making this double chin here, but make it easy. Don't strain it at all. Then bring your hands on top of your head and let the weight of your hands slowly stretch out the back of the head. It should be a nice, comfortable stretch, never painful, okay? These muscles are your suboccipital muscles and can get very, very tight and contribute to headaches. You can bring one or two hands underneath your chin and help your head back up. Nice and easy. Good. Okay. Let's come into tabletop position. So you're going to be on hands and knees. So bringing your knees right underneath your hips, hands right underneath your shoulders. I want you to bring the chin back a little bit. Okay, so we're looking down between our thumbs. The reason we're doing this is that's going to strengthen our neck. And a lot of these neck muscles need to get stronger for our posture. Good. Hold that position and lift your right arm up and bring it down. Lift the left arm up and bring it down. Reach the right leg back and bring it down. And bring the left leg back and bring it down. Good. We're going to go through another round with that, reaching the right arm up forward and putting it down. Left arm up, putting it down. Right leg back, nice and strong, core is tight, and putting it down. And the left leg back, reaching nice and long and putting it down. Good. Now you can come back with your hips onto your feet. We're going to go into child's pose, and there's some variations here. So you can bring your knees wide if you'd like, or you can bring them nice and narrow, and you're going to rest your chest forward. Now, options here, you can rest your head on the mat, or you can stack your fists or your palms and make a little pillow for your head. Do whatever feels best for you. What I want you to notice here in this posture is that as you breathe, you're going to breathe into the outsides, the sides of your lungs on the lateral aspect. And notice as you do that, your spine will start to stretch out a little bit more. It's like an internal massage of that lumbar spine. In the meantime, let the shoulders relax down. Let gravity win in this posture. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Notice the quality of your mind here. So does your mind start to slow down when you're in this forward fold? Can you stop the monkey mind from going, oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to have my foot this way or my arm this way, and just get into the body and feel what you feel. Notice the quality of your breath and notice the quality of your mind. Good. slowly start to come on up. And sit back onto your sit bones and bring your feet about hips distance right in front of you. Good. So bring your hands behind you. You can have them on the fingertips or you can put your palms down, no problem here. We're going to drop the knees over towards the right. And then inhale and drop them over towards the left. Inhale back up and over. Inhale up and over. Now use your breath, your pace to do your windshield wipers here. So we're doing hip rotations. Good. Now, whichever side you land on next, you can stay here or add on a stretch by turning around to that side and bringing your hands down behind you. I'm going to come up just to talk, but notice what you notice. Can you breathe into that top lung? Can you feel stretch into the hip? Do you feel stretch over the front of that hip? Good. Then slowly using your hands, come back up and switch sides. So whichever side you're on, go over to the other side. And then slowly lower yourself into that rotation. I'll come back up again to talk about where you're breathing. So notice that lung on the top as it opens up. Full breath in, full breath out. So I'm including a lot of forward folds in this practice. Forward folds are very good for parasympathetic nervous system. So it helps to calm the body. When we're suffering from migraines, there's usually an uptick in the sympathetic system. We want to channel into that parasympathetic system. Slowly come back up using your hands. Doing such a good job. And then you're going to stretch your legs out in front of you. Good. Shimmy side to side and make sure you can feel your sit bones. Okay, so if you were to lean back and you shift side to side, you're going to feel your tailbone. I don't want you to sit on your tailbone. I want you to lean forward a little bit up high so that you're making sure you're sitting on those sit bones. Now, do yourself a favor. Inhale and make yourself as tall as possible. If this is too much stretch behind the hamstrings, roll up a little towel and put it right underneath your knees. Okay. From here, I want you to inhale and reach those arms up overhead like we did at the very beginning of class. Interlace the fingers and push them up towards the ceiling. Good. Now, here comes in all that effort from breathing into the sides of the body today. So as you inhale, notice how both ribs open up. Good. Then exhale, fold forward and land wherever you land. So it could be that the hands drop down on the knees or on the shins. Maybe you reach your toes. It doesn't matter where you land. But make sure, this is the important part. As you inhale, I want you to lengthen that spine. Breathing in through the sides of the body. And as you exhale, you soften deeper into that forward flexion, not from a place of force, but from a place of ease. So it should be always a gentle progression in yoga. Feel the body respond as you channel it through its breath. That's where I want you to be. Let the neck relax. Shoulders are relaxed. And then notice your internal landscape. Notice your breath. Notice your mind. Good. Slowly come on up. Check the time. So I want to use the last bit of class to kind of let you relax. Now, you've got some options. You can stay seated in your chair or on the floor in the sitting position. Or if you'd like to lay down, now is a great time to go ahead and get comfortable. Grab some bolsters or some blankets. Make this the best you time you can for the day. I'll give everybody a moment to get settled. Again, past and the future don't matter. So get your final wiggles out. And that to-do list, if it crept up again, just say, okay, hang on. We're just staying here on our mat right now with our breath and our body. And now I want you to scan your body again, noticing all of the forgotten places from before. Noticing the toes, the fingernails of your toes, your ankles, the insides and the outsides of your ankles, your calves and your knees, not forgetting the backs of your knees. Noticing your thighs, front and back and side. Noticing the pelvis and its points of contact with the floor or the chair. Noticing your abdomen rise and fall with your breath. Noticing your lumbar spine, your low back. Moving up the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. In the thoracic spine, all the ribs are attached. They've had a wonderful workout in today's session, moving into up and down movements. Noticing your collarbones into your shoulders, upper arm, elbow, forearms, wrists, and fingers. Even the fingertips. Coming back up towards the heart center. Take a moment to appreciate the heart, the lungs, all of our wonderful organs. Coming up into our throat and neck, over the back of the head, crown of the head, temples, forehead, around the eyes themselves, the nose, the mouth and lips, your cheeks, your ears and your tongue. Give a moment to give thanks to your brain and your entire nervous system. Now notice your entire body, living and breathing as one. all the cells inhaling together and exhaling together. Do you feel a deeper connection to your body now than you did in the beginning of class? Notice your breath and notice your mind. What has changed? Take one nice deep inhale and sigh it out. Now, before you start to move, bring your awareness to your right foot and just start to wiggle your right toes. Then bring your awareness to your left foot and just start to move your left foot. Your right hand, slowly moving your right hand. Left hand, slowly moving. And then gently let your head drop from side to side. Now you can bring your knees in towards your chest, or if you want to do a big good morning stretch overhead, choose the stretch that you need right now to wake up your body again. When you're ready, slowly come up into a seated position. And my ask for you is to practice one little thing from today's class. It can be the relaxation part, if that's what really, really spoke to you. It can be some of those spinal motions, if that's what you feel like you need. Or if you need some of those forward bends, like the legs out in front or child's pose, to get that parasympathetic nervous system to calm down. Find what works best for you and just start to practice it, and notice how your practice will grow as you keep coming back to your mat time and time again. I'm always here for any questions or comments, but it's been such a pleasure to instruct you tonight. I hope you all feel well, and I'm always open to any questions right now, should there be any.
Thank you, Juliana. I hope the rest of you are feeling as restored as I am. I've recommended our YouTube's our link to friends who have other chronic conditions, other than migraine, and they're all finding these sessions very, very helpful. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. It's so good to hear.
Right. Before we say goodnight, are there any questions tonight for Juliana? Okay, looks like we have a few in the chat room. Let me give them to you. We have lots of thank yous.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's it. The question is, let's do it again. So you'll be back. And we have, when do you come back again? We have another session in about every other Thursday, as you know, are our sessions. And yeah. Juliana, you're not back for a few weeks though, is that right?
I think next month I'll be back.
Yes, that's what I was looking. Okay, well, we'll look forward to seeing you. And thank you all for coming tonight. And I hope we'll see you in a couple of weeks. And be sure.